Oops. Too many buttons. I hit too many buttons. My bad. How's it going, everybody? Ah, man. Hit too many buttons. How's it going, everybody? It's Saturday. I know I don't typically stream on Saturdays, especially the reaction stream, but I was like, you know what? I kind of want to try and do a second stream and see how it goes. Maybe get some more reactions in, because we're not always able to get to all of them, unfortunately. You know, we only have so much time to work with. And I'm like, let's try adding a stream, see what happens. So honestly, I have no idea, you know, how many people are gonna show up, you know, because like a lot of our regulars are, you know, 6-ish hours ahead of us. So, you know, it's already like midnight, somewhere between midnight and 2 a.m. over there. So it's like, there's a pretty decent chance we may not see everybody that's a regular here, and that's totally okay. But, you know, maybe we can meet some new people today. Who knows? I don't know. We'll just see. We'll just see what happens. But Jim, welcome in. RBH, also hello there. Um, so yeah, I got a bunch of reactions done and edited and ready to go and everything. So I'm pretty much done with the year. Yeah, I think I'm missing like one or two, but pretty much the rest of 2025 is already mapped out unless there's a priority request that comes in, you know, like I don't know, and yeah, I just knock those out and add those in where I'm able to. But yeah, so cool. We're done with 2025, and I think that's great. So I can start working on 2026 basically. I already have a couple on there. One of them's one day I got to do with somebody else, and then one of them's from a reaction recap days. So, and that one just got put on there. Could not tell you which one it is though. A, I don't want to spoil anything, but B, I legitimately just cannot remember. But that's okay. Um, but yeah, so honestly, I'm a little tired just because work was extremely busy today. But A, I did promise that I was gonna do this, and B, I'm like, you know what, I don't have a lot going on tonight, so I'm like, let's just see what happens. Um, all the cool people are here. There are some cool people here for sure. Everybody that's here is cool. I do agree with that. Yeah, 100%. So I feel like since it's not Tuesday, which is, you know, the typical day, I'm not going to go over the release schedule for next week just yet. I did put the schedule up on the socials, so if you want, you know, a sneak peek as to what's coming out, that's the best way to check that out. I also found out, at least on Instagram, you can only do 5 hashtags now. They refuse to let you do any more than that, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting. So legitimately, I can't give anything away through the hashtags anymore, which kind of bums me out, but I mean, it is what it is. So I thought that was weird. I don't know. I guess everybody's starting to put a limit on things like that. I don't know. Anyway, so let's see. I want to get the schedule up, or not the schedule, the reactions that we're doing today. We got a couple up already, so that's cool. So I guess we can go ahead and get those open. And we're not starting them yet. I'm just opening them up. So maybe I should do this one at a time. Stop moving. Bad YouTube. Don't do it. Don't do it, YouTube. I got that one paused. And we got the third one in here as well. Fantastico. Okay. I think I got them to where they're not going to just start playing without me saying so. I think that's just rude. Okay. Alright, so let's bump this over here. We don't need that. We don't need that either. Go ahead and mute that, and let's go ahead and I want to double check and make sure I have the correct one marked. Yes, okay, cool. So I wanted to make sure. Alrighty, so This first one is from Aleatorio. Aleatorio, hello. I'm gonna go ahead and send the links over real quick. There we go. And then we want to do that. There we go. All right, so this first one is, I'm gonna jump over here. There we go. This first one's from Aleatorio. This is Cassia Eller, and I believe the name of the song is Maladragem. Sorry, my eyes are not working. Maland Regum. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's from 1994. So we're out of the 80s and 70s, so that's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and check this one out. Here we go.
Quem sabe eu ainda sou uma garotinha, esperando o ônibus da escola, sozinha, cansada com minhas meias 3/4, rezando baixo pelos cantos, por ser uma menina má. Quem sabe o príncipe virou um chato que vive dando no meu saco. Quem sabe a vida é não sonhar. Eu só peço a Deus um pouco de malandragem, pois sou criança e não conheço a verdade. Eu sou poeta e não aprendi a amar. Eu sou poeta e não aprendi a amar. Bobeira é não viver a realidade. Oh! E eu ainda tenho uma tarde inteira. Eu ando nas ruas, eu troco um cheque, mudo uma planta de lugar, dirijo meu carro, tomo meu pileque, e ainda tenho tempo pra cantar. Oi! Eu só peço a Deus um pouco de malandragem, pois sou criança e não conheço a verdade. Eu sou poeta e não aprendi a amar. Eu sou poeta e não aprendi a amar.
Pause right there. So this is some sort of acoustic performance because not only do we have an acoustic guitar, but we also have an acoustic bass, which is really cool. I haven't really seen that many performances with an acoustic bass. Most of the ones that I have seen are from the MTV Unplugged performances, and I pretty much count those on one hand, the number that I've actually seen, which I really think it's a cool instrument to be able to see and to be able to hear. So I definitely like that aspect, just all the sounds. Like it definitely has this much more calming aspect to the song. In a way, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Dire Straits, and maybe that's just because I listened to a Dire Straits song recently. Maybe that's why it's kind of on the brain. I don't really know, but it kind of has a similar vibe to that, which I think is really great. And I mean, it's around the same time too, so that's really fitting. His vocal style, like he's got kind of a bit of smoothness to his vocals, maybe a slight, like very subtle amount of rasp, but other than that, it's relatively clean, which I definitely like. And the the instrumentals I think are definitely great throughout this. There's a lot of guitars on stage as well, so obviously they have a lot going on throughout the entire show. So I think that's really cool. And yeah, I mean it's definitely a great vibe. I'm definitely enjoying it so far. Hello, mate. Hello there. TK, uh, TKH Ran. I, I'm really bad with names, so I do apologize, but welcome in. Pop Music Stars, also hello, and Aleatorio, hello there. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Takahara, there we go. I can read now. There, that's good. Thank you for that. Um, so yeah, we're checking out Aleatorio's submission right now, and I'm definitely enjoying it. I think it's really cool that there's subtitles at the bottom, but I'm also having a hard time, paying attention to the performance itself and the subtitles. Like I always have issues with that. So I'm doing my best to go back and forth. It's not going well. I'm mostly just focusing on the performance, but I do have an appreciation for the subtitles. I think that's cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of it. Here we go.
Eu sou poeta e não aprendi a amar.
It's also a cool looking guitar. It's got like vents on it.
Eu ando nas ruas, eu troco cheque, mudo uma planta de lugar, dirijo meu carro, ou tomo meu pileque, e ainda tenho tempo pra cantar. Eu só peço a Deus pouco de malandragem.
Yeah, there's definitely some wrath going into it now.
E não conheço a verdade. Eu sou poeta e não aprendi a amar. Eu sou poeta e não aprendi a amar. Quem sabe eu ainda sou uma garotinha.
It's a sudden stop.
Obrigado.
Very nice. So yeah, it was just this like really sudden stop like out of nowhere, and it was so quiet. And I was like, maybe that's the end of the song. No, there was just a little bit more at the end, which I think is really cool. Yeah, it's just one of those moments where it kind of like psychs you out a little bit, kind of fake. It gives you like a fake ending, especially if it's a song you have never heard before, and like it always like throws you off for sure. But I think it's a really cool thing to just go a little bit more, just a little beyond the expectation. But yeah, we got a little bit more rasp with the vocals there. And we got a bit of a guitar solo with, I mean, that guitar definitely looks awesome. It looks like there's just a bunch of like different vents on it. It was a really unique looking guitar. But yeah, the whole performance I definitely think was fantastic. Let's see. Just so you know, just so you know, what did I do? BM for life, welcome in. How are you as well? Returning chatter. Hold on now. There we go. Teto, welcome in. How are you? How's it going? My scrolling thing wasn't working 100%, but there it is. We're there. Sky, also welcome in. Hello. People are joining in now. So yeah, we just checked out our first one, and I think it was awesome. So let's go ahead and mark that one off. There we go. All right, so I have the next one queued up. I'm gonna go ahead and copy the link and drop those. The singer was a woman. That would make more sense, honestly, based on the lyrics that I saw in the song about being a little girl. That does make a little more sense. So I didn't want to just assume necessarily, so I'm glad that you said something because I wasn't really sure, but I didn't want to just assume necessarily. So honestly, my bad for assuming anything at all. So there we go. All right, so this one's from Jim. This is Jelly Bean Johnson, Get It Up Live. Jelly Bean Johnson died unexpectedly today at the age of 69. He was a pioneer of the Minneapolis sound and was a contemporary of Prince and all of those musicians. Excuse me. He's best known for being the one and only drummer for the band The Time. Have I seen The Time? I'm not 100% sure. He also played guitar like a pro and was currently in a successful solo career. Cool. It's very sad that he passed, but you know, we get to check out some music, so that's great. Doing great, thank you. How about you? I'm doing good. It's finally my weekend. I got off work a couple hours ago, and we're here checking out some music. So, you know, that whole thing. So you said Klabasnik and chocolate, eh? What about pear and chocolate? Have you ever tried that? I have not. Now, I should probably mention the Klabasnik. There's no chocolate on that. It's just the pastry with a sausage link in it. That's all it is. Like it's a thing by itself. And then the chocolate. We're talking about donuts. We were talking about donuts earlier in one of the discords. I should probably mention that. I should probably like preface that. So yeah, there was this whole like, what's your favorite kind of donut kind of thing, and I was like, I love a chocolate glazed donut. You know, that's like a really good go-to. I also like a cake donut. I could go for an apple fritter, and then I also mentioned the pig in a blanket is what we call them down here, but people call them kolache, and that's inaccurate. They're called klabasnek because kolache is a Danish pastry. You know, it's got like fruit and stuff in it. So not a meat pastry. So it's a klabasnek. As a filling, I don't think I've ever tried pear as a filling before. Tried apple, but not pear. That would be interesting though. Anywho, let's go ahead and check this one out. This is Jelly Bean Johnson. Get It Up. Here we go. To play the music, we must respect the music. It was time to put some work in. And do this thing right.
Hold up. Now, since you said it earlier, it's only right we do this right here.
I was a little confused at the beginning. Okay.
Y'all ready? How about this #1 song that made Mars and sound famous? You ready?
I really like the harmony. Solid guitar playing. Definitely has some moves. pause right there. I kind of went a little bit longer than I should have, but that's okay. So at first I was really confused because it was like a completely different song. I'm not really sure what was happening. I guess it was just the intro to the video. We got to see him kind of backstage getting ready, I guess, or something, just practicing. And then they cut to them actually performing on stage. And everybody is playing their guitar upside down, like they're playing it left-handed. Because you see all the tuning pegs, they're on the bottom instead of the top. So I thought that was like really interesting. We've seen, a number of guitarists do that. I believe Jimi Hendrix did that. Paul McCartney also played his the other way, like this. So I think it's really cool to actually see that. But everybody's doing that, and I think that's really cool. The guitar is just absolutely fantastic. It's insane, like solo work there. The bass, like we're getting a lot of bass slapping. It's a little subtle, and then at times it's really like prevalent, which is really awesome. The harmony that we're getting from at least three different performers on stage, maybe the drummer too. I'm not 100% sure. They didn't really showcase the drummer like at all during this, but I think there was at one point we got to see a microphone. And so like we have at least three, possibly four people doing vocal work here. I think it's really cool. And also the singer, I'm guessing the main singer is Jellybean Johnson. He's definitely got some moves, like he's got some great energy. Everybody really just a great like stage presence. I'm definitely enjoying that. But yeah, this is definitely awesome. I'm liking this performance. He also produced some songs for Janet Jackson. This is Dripping of Minneapolis. This is definitely awesome. Do you play? I do. Well, you can't really see it because the screen's there, but I do have a guitar over here. I don't play like regularly, but I do. I have been known to do some, like playing. Just like here and there. I used to do some like on the live streams and stuff, just when people like requested it and stuff. But it's been a very long time. I actually haven't played the guitar in a while. So I feel confident in playing right now? Absolutely not. But I have some like chords and songs kind of saved on my desktop, so I have some floating around somewhere. Wait, or rum or another alcoholic beverage? What was that in regards to? Because that's a question. I don't know what that was in reference to. Bruh, you missed the opportunity to play it at the wedding. I did no such thing. Absolutely not. I am completely rusty and it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna back it up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, this is fantastic. I'm really enjoying this. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of it. Here we go. It's a really interesting portion of the song. Jeez, just shredding that guitar. Jeez, they just went off at the end there. Definitely like some fantastic energy, especially at the end. The drums just went off. The guitar, like just fantastic guitar work there. The bass and the keyboard definitely like a standout as well. Like just that whole performance, especially at the end, like just it just like I don't know, it just like took a step up. I guess is a good way to say that. But yeah, definitely a fantastic performance. I definitely like that. Uh, let me see. Rum as a filling. There's some pastries that have alcoholic beverages as filling because I saw the previous post with a brioche literally dipped into cream, so I was curious. Interesting. No, I haven't had anything like that before. I didn't even know that was a thing. I'll be honest. Um, to be fair, I don't really have a lot of alcoholic beverages anyway, so I don't know if that would be something I'd enjoy. I don't know what that would taste like in a pastry, so I really couldn't say. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and send the next one. So here's that. All right, so this next one is from Pop Stars. This is Carry Me in Your Dreams by, and I may butcher this, and I'm terrible with names, Kejsi Tola. Hopefully I got that right. This is an Albanian performance from 2009 during the Eurovision Song Contest. So let's go ahead and check this out. Here we go. Not what I was expecting.
My love for you grows with each passing day. I'm by your side when you're away, and when I miss you and long for your care, I close my eyes and you're there. All that I ask is one moment in time, no strings attached, no drawing lines. You feel my thoughts even when you're not here. I close my eyes, close my eyes, and I feel you're there. Take my love, carry me with you in your dreams. No, no, never let go. Wonder of love, magical glow. Take my love, carry me with you in your dreams. No, no, never let go. Wonder of love, magical glow. All that I
Just gonna pause right there. So we have some interpretive dancing during this, and I totally understand that. What I don't understand is the person that's in the aqua covered clothes or colored clothes and kind of like this rhinestone headpiece. Like that's really throwing me off. I don't really understand what that represents, but I can totally get down with the dancing. I'm 100% there for. It's just this other person's really confusing me. So yeah, she's got some very clean vocals. Like she definitely has some power behind those vocals as well. The visuals that we're getting, like just crazy oranges and yellows and reds, like it's just very vibrant. And we also, while she was doing the chorus, there was some backing harmony. I was like, okay, maybe there's some like pre-recorded or something or other. I'm not really sure, but we did visually get to see at least two people doing backing vocals for that portion. So I thought that was like, I'm glad that they did that because I wasn't really sure where it was coming from. My guess would have just been pre-recorded, and I wouldn't have really known any better. But yeah, I think they're doing a great job with all of this, despite not 100% knowing what is exactly happening. I also, based on the title of the song, I thought it was going to be, like a slower performance or something like that. But no, this is like very upbeat and energetic, and it's like really kind of just subverting my expectations. So I think that's really cool as well. But yeah, this is a great performance so far. Alrighty. Thought it was Kylie Montague at first. I mean, I don't know if this is like her Kylie Montague song. I'm not really sure. Could not really say necessarily. Are submissions meant to be live performance? Not necessarily. Also, y'all may not be able to hear me because there's an ad break going on right now. So maybe I should jump to the other platform and then I'll come back after the ad break's over. So hold that thought. Let's see here. Original mincemeat pies has rum in the filling and once used real meat. Really? Okay, I did not know that. This was a very good position two, vibing. Oh, what do you mean this was a very good position two? Like just because you were third in line? Because that's definitely awesome. Um, Maybe like a mysterious person. That's definitely possible. There's definitely an air of mystery to this whole thing for sure. And she says, "Carry me in your dreams." She does, yeah. And I also did notice that she is performing this in English. I was kind of half expecting this to be performed in Albanian, but no. As far as I can tell, it's being performed in English. Trini, also welcome in. How are you? Albania got a high rank position with this song. Oh, okay. I understand. So is that what it means right there? 19 Albania? Is that the rank that they're at right now kind of thing? Is that moving up and down? To be fair, I don't really know much of anything about the Eurovision Song Contest, so I really couldn't say necessarily. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, so ad break is over as far as I'm aware, based on what I'm understanding. This might be a Kylie Montague song. I really don't know. I don't know that much about Kylie Montague, so I could not say. Are submissions meant to be a live performance? Not necessarily. No, a lot of them end up being live performances, but some people they'll drop just audio tracks. On YouTube, some people will drop music videos, so it just depends. But it does pretty much need to be something music related. So. He thought there was a green screen. It's possible. You never know. Sax Guy is still the GOAT. I mean, saxophones are pretty legit. Let's be honest. Hi Sky. Eurovision is shite. I don't know if you know what you're talking about, Sky. 19 is the 19th performer. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so now that we have a little bit more background, yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of this. Here we go.
All that I ask is one moment in time, no strings attached, no drawing
So not only interpretive dancing, but break dancing as well, and just continuously spinning. That's just wild. There's a lot of people out in the audience too.
Search for me in your dreams. Search for me, it's where I'll be. Take my love, take my heart, carry me with you in your dreams. No, no, never let go. Wonder of love, magical love. Take my love, take my heart, carry me with you in your dreams. No, no, never let go. Wonder of love, magical love. Thank you, Europe. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely great energy throughout that whole performance. There was even like a key change at the end as well. Yeah, she definitely has some great vocal control throughout, her whole performance. The whole like interpretive dance and break dancing is definitely cool. I don't, fully understand necessarily what it was all supposed to represent, but I mean, it was a great visual to be able to watch during the performance. I think that's really cool. But yeah, I think they did a great job. I don't really know how Eurovision Song Contest works necessarily. I don't know if it's like the different voice shows and American Idol and all that, where they just keep going until there's a finalist and it's like that kind of competition or what. But I mean, based on that, I mean that's some like crazy good talent for sure. So I don't know what they ended up placing during that, but I have to imagine they placed pretty high, right? Let's see here. Eurovision may not be a great thing, but for Albanian singers, which are very talented, actually, Eurovision stage is a big achievement. We're a small country with a medium music market. Try saying that 5 times fast. But with a great passion. Yeah, there's definitely great passion from all the performance we've been able to check out from Albania for sure. She was 17 years old at the time. That's some great talent for being 17. Let's see here. Anyway, what's your favorite genre? Favorite genre is rock. They're just the vast spectrum of rock, anything from the 60s to now. Favorite bands, Linkin Park, if that gives you any indication. Go on then, say it 5 times fast. No. I will not be doing that. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. There we go. All right, so we knocked out the first 3. So let's go ahead and pop up a couple more. Get those loaded so they're ready to go. Pause. All right, so Takahara, I will say the limit is 6 minutes, and this is a little bit longer. So if you want us just to check out the first 6 minutes of this, that's totally fine. If you want to pick another one, you are also able to edit it. That is also something you can do in the forum. Definitely let me know. We're not starting yet. YouTube, bad YouTube. Don't do that. Copy, paste. So definitely just let me know what you want to do with that. Progressive metal for me. Prog is really good. Yeah, I definitely like prog. I haven't checked out a lot, but the performances that I have checked out, I really enjoy. So while you're deciding on that, we're going to go ahead and go to RBH's. So this is Jack Stauber. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Oklahoma, kind of like the state. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that link real quick. There we go. All right. And let's go ahead and check this one out. Here we go. Interesting start. The album art is a little unsettling. It kind of reminds me of the scary stories to tell in the dark artwork.
Set the phases to run. What's got you distraught? It's negative attention at best. But call it nothing. Maybe something, a little bit, maybe something to it's all about ascension, I guess. Don't put me to rest.
I really like how it's bass heavy.
Go on and hand me your clothes.
This sounds vaguely familiar. Do I know this song?
I can see you. Tears falling down at the party. Saddest little baby in the room. Fears, tell me fears, don't get me started. I get a little gray hair for every scare you share. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend. I hear your eyes and I see those cries. I hear those eyes and I see those cries. I can't be the only one who hears you. Tears falling down at the party.
I'm gonna pause right there since I kind of let it go a little bit longer. I was trying to see if this is like a song that I've heard before or not. It kind of sounds like it, but at the same time, not really. But the instrumentation is really familiar. The maybe even the voice work is a little familiar, but it might be something else entirely. I got no clue. And maybe that part hasn't happened yet. I don't know. But I vaguely remember there was a song, something similar to this, that like was a very popular sound for a bunch of shorts and stuff. So maybe it's the same artist in a different song. Maybe it's this song and there's something at the end. I don't really know. But yeah, it's a really interesting like style. Like it's very bass heavy, and there's just a bunch of different like, I don't know, like, not a bunch, but there's some like really unconventional sounds throughout this, and I think it's like all together it just somehow works, you know. And then vocal style, it's you know a deeper voice, and it's not even really singing so much. It's a little singing, but it's more like a sing talk style. So it's really it creates this really interesting like approach to music. The artwork that we're staring at is very unsettling to say the least. It really does remind me of the scary stories to tell in the dark, like artwork that they had in those books. You know, that was always like really unsettling to look at. But yeah, it's a really interesting piece. I was just like, I got that part in my head, and I can't even think how it goes necessarily. But it's like, I wonder if this is it. I have no clue. But yeah, this is definitely fun for sure. Let's see here. Yeah, it's okay if you want to watch it for around the 5-6 minute mark. Okay. Would appreciate the reaction even if it's a little. Okay, yeah, totally. We can do that. It's Takahara. I didn't see the limit was 6 minutes. I just wanted you to feel the song Ascent and want you to know your views on it. The song's 9 minutes, but you can definitely have. Okay, for sure. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. I love the lizard, lizard, the little emote over there. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of this. Here we go.
Tears falling down at the party. Saddest little baby in the room. Fears, tell me fears, don't get me started. I get a little gray hair for every scare you share. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend. Tears falling down at the party. Saddest little baby in my eye. Fears, tell me fears, don't get me started. I might die.
Okay, so it's definitely not this song that I'm thinking about. It definitely has a very, very similar style, so it might be the same artist. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely some like really interesting beats throughout. Like it's a very constant beat, and just the sounds, it's just, I don't know. There's something a little unsettling to it, but at the same time, it just works really well, and it almost has like not necessarily a lo-fi style, but like that kind of vibe. You know, it kind of has that kind of vibe going for it. And just the different vocals that we're getting throughout, like we get the main vocalist, we get his like throughout this, but there's also some backing vocals throughout that's on different ranges as well. So it kind of fills that out a little bit. But yeah, I think it's a really interesting piece for sure. I feel like I would probably need to listen to a little bit more before I have a full on opinion of whether I like actually can. I have an appreciation for it. I just don't know if I'm at a point where I can say I like it or not. So I don't want to mislead anybody on that, but it's definitely interesting for sure. Let me see. Bro recommended the Minecraft vid. What are you talking about? There was something in here for the Minecraft vid? I don't see anything about that. Unless one of those ends up being the Minecraft video. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, Sky. All right, so this next one is from Takahara. So we're gonna check out about 6 minutes worth of this one because it's about 9 minutes long. So it's a little bit longer than what our norm goes for. but we'll check out a decent portion of it. Is there any information? Enjoy it. Okay. A Japanese band. It's anime music. Love anime music. So this is Radwimps, and I'm gonna butcher the hell out of this, so I do apologize. Nade Manoya, Manaya, Manaya. I don't think any of that's right, but I was kind of based it on saying, so I don't know if that last one was more accurate or not. Anyway, let's go ahead and check this one out. Did I send the link? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Here we go. It's cool that it's orchestrated. There's so many different working parts for this. It's really cool. It's interesting that we had the sound effects too. We're gradually picking up the intensity. I really like that. Okay, we'll pause right there. Honestly, I thought we were a little bit further in than we are, but you know, that's okay. It just shows like how much they've already packed into this, and I think that's really cool. So yeah, like full on orchestrated performance. I don't know if like this is being performed in front of a live crowd, a live audience or not. They haven't really shown anything else besides that, so I really couldn't say. But yeah, we have the anime playing on the screen itself, and I can't 100% tell, but as far as I could tell, you know, based on how they're playing it and how the video is being played on here, it sounds like they left in the audio of the anime itself and kind of took away the music from that. So they're actually getting to perform the music like live in person, which I think is really cool. It's like a really cool way to go about that. But yeah, I really think it's cool that we have all the sound effects from the anime itself. Like we have some of the vocals from there. We heard the page turning at the very beginning. There was like a door opening and stuff. So like we get to hear all of that. And I think it just creates like I don't know, like a much more fuller ambiance for how they're performing this. And yeah, there's just so many different working parts. It's an orchestra, obviously, so obviously there's a lot, you know, there. But it's really cool to visually see how much goes into like these like songs. It's so cool. And yeah, like there's like it starts off so like soft and so like calm, and we're like gradually building more and more into it. So I think that's great as well. And the vocal work, super clean vocals. There might have been some backing vocals or some harmony happening. It was a little hard to tell, but yeah, I'm definitely enjoying this so far. It's great. Let's see. There's 100 people. Okay, so it's a small crowd, but yeah. Okay, cool. I feel the tension building. Yeah, for sure. May I suggest then Steve Vai during the recording of Halo soundtrack or Mick Gordon during Doom's one? Yeah, if you check the pinned comment, you can drop a suggestion in there. There's a link to check out. Jim, I don't know what you said, and I don't want to try and pronounce that. So cool. Bro recommended the Minecraft video. Watched that a couple of days ago. It was the right hand vid on YouTube. I guess I missed it. I wasn't looking for it or anything. But that's interesting. I've never once played Minecraft. I don't know if y'all know that, but I've never played it. What's up, guys? Sergio, welcome in. Hello. I remember you from last time. That's cool. So welcome back. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of this. Let's see where the 6-minute mark is. So about there. Something just to look for. Okay, so here we go. I also think it's cool we have guitar and bass in addition to like this typical orchestra instruments. I don't know if we have a drum set, but we have at least those. Oh yeah, we do have a drum. It's over on the left. Yeah, so the band's over on the left and the orchestra is like center and right. That's cool how the vocals are just by themselves right now. It's such a calming song so far. that was about the 6 minute mark. Yeah, I mean, just throughout this whole, like, I was kind of expecting it to ramp up, and it hasn't. I'm based on what we've checked out so far, it doesn't seem like it will. But I think that's really cool, just how like they keep this calmness going throughout the whole performance. Like we get a little bit of intensity, and then it kind of just backs off a little bit. It's kind of like a wave, but it's like a small wave, you know. And so I really like have this like great appreciation for how they're going about this. It's really calming. It's really soothing. His vocal work is definitely great as well. Just I also think it's really cool how we have, you know, the guitars and the drums over on one side, and then we have the orchestra on like the middle and over to the right as well. You know, they kind of have it a little bit separate. At first I thought, you know, the guitarists were somewhere in the middle, but we got the wide shot. We got to see where everybody was positioned. So I'm, you know, definitely appreciative for the wide shot. We actually got to see, you know, how everything's set up, and I definitely think that's great. Um, if I had to guess, I don't really know for sure. I don't know how long this whole like concert was, but was this for a bunch of different anime, or was this for this one specific anime? They did a bunch of different scenes from it and everything like that. That would be a question that I have. I know like there's different orchestras for, you know, different things. Like I've seen I've heard of a bunch of different video game ones. Square Enix does a lot. For example, I think there was a Nintendo one for Zelda and Mario as well. So they do that, and they do a, you know, a myriad of, you know, games from, you know, the series, all the different, you know, series that they do. So I don't know if this is one where they do it all from the same anime or just a bunch of different anime. That would be a cool thing to find out. But yeah, I think it's a great performance for sure. I definitely enjoyed it. Let me see here. I had sent you some advice, hadn't I? I don't know. This Rad Wimps show is wonderful. It's really cool. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. Um, was poking fun at how you were struggling with that last name pronunciation. The thing I posted was from a Muppet song. If you heard it, you'd know it. Maybe, but yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I'm terrible with pronunciation, so that one's on me. They released an album in tribute to Rad Wimps with guest artists recording covers of them. They were very good people on the tracks. Yorishika, uh, Yosobi, and others. That's really cool. I definitely like that. Um, it's a lot of single anime, which is your name. Okay. Or no, I'm sorry. It's of a single anime. There we go. Which is your name. I think I've heard of that one. I don't watch a lot of anime. I probably should watch more than I have. You know, and I've definitely fallen off, you know, as of late. But that one does sound familiar. If you want a real or a pronunciation test, pronounce ratata tata tata tata. Your name is an animated film. Gotcha. Okay. So it's not a full on anime. It's just like it's one singular film. Gotcha. Must be a performance, just a song, or can it be behind the scenes video? Um, that's a good question. We could probably do like a behind the scenes thing. That's probably okay to do. Probably, maybe, sorta. I don't know. Rose said punctuation. Yeah, Sky. I've been up since 5:30 this morning, and it's 7 p.m. I'm a little tired, so if I misread something, it's because of that. Um, but yeah, that was definitely awesome to check out. I may have to check out more of that later on, especially because we didn't get a chance to finish it. It was a little bit longer. We do have a priority request from Trini. I do see that. It does appear to be Forestella. So let's see. As usual, asking for Forestella. There are two songs in this one, and it has subs. If you don't have the time to do both, please start with the second one. Okay. Can do that. Copy. We do want the link. Let's go see which one it is. We're in an ad break right now, so I may do a little break before we start. Is there an easy way to find out where? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we'll do that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link in here for this one that we're doing. So it looks like it's Words from the Wind is the second song that we're doing. Okay. Cool. So since we are in an ad break, I am going to do a quick potty break. So I will be right back. And then when I get back, we will check out Forestella. And in the meantime, I'm going to drop this. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Your name is by a director called Makoto Shinkai. Many people consider him the new Miyazaki. You know, I have never seen a single Miyazaki film at all. I know there's a lot of them, and I always get told to watch them, and I never do. The indication I sent on another live, did you see it? I don't remember. If you want to send it again, the indication or the recommendation, just because I don't know where it's at. if you did send it, and I don't really have a recollection of it, but a reminder definitely could work. So yeah, if you want to send it again, definitely would not mind that at all. Go pee on my behalf as well, so I don't have to. I don't know about all that, Teto. I don't know about all that, man. All right, so let's go ahead and cut this. All right, so this is from Trini. This is Forestella. We're checking out the second performance. This is Words from the Wind. It's a Kiwa live session. Okay, so it's from Studio Kiwa. There we go. So let's go ahead and check this one out. Here we go. Hopefully I got it set up correctly. I was about to say, it didn't sound very loud, but it definitely picked up.
어느 날 스쳐가는 바람이 나에게 건네는 말 긴 슬픔에 잠긴 고개를 들어 잠시 좀 하늘 위를 보라고 저피 날아오르는 새들처럼 어제를 돌아보지 말고 가라네.
Oh, they're all in the same room. Okay.
또에 태웠던 기억은 여기 놓고 오늘을 살아가라네. 지금 난 어디쯤 왔는지 또 어딜 향해 가야 하는지 저 숱한 말들을
Some great harmony throughout this.
매일이 저
Weird.
것도 같은 그말 긴 슬픔들은 내가 행복을 깨닫기 위해
Pause right there. So yeah, at first I didn't realize they were all in the same room just based on how it was framed, and because you even all the walls that are they're behind or that are behind them, like they all look different. So it was really not clear that they were in the same room together. But yeah, I mean throughout this, like, great vocal work from everybody. The just all the parts, like, just solid, and even the harmonies that we're getting, the duets, and then everybody singing together, like it just fills out the song so nicely. I also don't know if this is an original or not. I haven't heard Words from the Wind before, so I couldn't tell you if it's an original or not. But yeah, I mean, I think they're doing a phenomenal job with this performance. The location that they're at, the studio that they're in, it's a really, like, calming studio, like just an area to be in general. And like I think it kind of goes along with the song, honestly. It's just very, very peaceful. There's, some definitely some emotion throughout this. Like there's at times there's like more positive traction, and then at other times there's a bit of sadness in there as well, and you can hear it how they're singing. You can hear it in their voice. But yeah, I mean there's definitely some emotion throughout this performance, which is definitely hitting really nicely. But yeah, they're definitely doing a great job on this one for sure. Let's see here. I love Miyazaki movies. They have such a deep meaning, but deliver it in a way that's not too heavy. I have heard like great things about them for sure. Uh, I can't send it again. I had sent another recommendation today. Next time then. Okay, valid. I recommend Makoto Shinkai's films. His entire filmography is excellent. Never seen them. We'll check them out. They always have great harmony. They always do. Yeah, for sure. That's why they are called Kings of Harmonies. That's a great nickname for sure. It is an original. Okay. I didn't want to just assume that it was an original or if it was a cover, because they do a lot of covers. The performances I've gotten to check out, I think 90% have been covers, so that is why I never want to just assume it's an original or if it's a cover. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it for sure. I'm gonna back it up a little bit more. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of it. Here we go.
긴 슬픔들은 내가 행복을 깨닫기 위해 세상이 건네준 선물이란 걸. 자 이제 오랜 방황의 끝을 맺고 새로 불어 모든 저
There's almost like a greater energy on this next part here.
꽃이 피고 시든 자리에 다시 또 꽃이 피듯 살아있다면 모든 힘을 다해 사랑하라고.
Very nicely done. Yeah, they definitely did a great job on this performance. There was even like on that last portion of the song, it kind of just seemed like they put a little more energy into it. It was like more energetic, and it was somehow fuller. And I mean that might have also been in part to the instrumentation that was, playing during that as well. But yeah, like just all of it together worked so nicely. They also, at least from the performances I've gotten to check out, they also seem to dress like very similar. They all had like a blue outfit, a blue shirt on, and like they weren't all the same, but it was like a very similar style. And they always kind of seem to sync up with how they're dressed and stuff. So I think that's a really nice attention to detail. It's really cool. But yeah, definitely a phenomenal performance for sure. Yes, they do have a lot of covers. Yeah, they definitely do for sure. Uh, Actually got to check out a couple. It was a priority request that got sent in, kind of lost in the shuffle from a super thanks on YouTube. I don't like. I'm appreciative of anything, any support at all whatsoever. So I'm definitely appreciative of the super thanks. But for whatever reason, YouTube pushed them down. And I didn't see them for 2 weeks. So I don't know what that was about. You know, that wasn't the first one that was pushed down either. There was another one that got pushed down that is just I don't know. I don't know what YouTube's doing, but I think YouTube's making it rude. That's just me though. Let's go ahead and make that green. All right, and then we have another one from BM for Life. All right, so BM, there we go. All right, we're gonna copy that. There we go. All right, so here's the link. Go ahead and come on now, work with me. There we go. Okay, so the band's name is Hagane. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. And it looks like we're doing a cover of Judas Priest's Electric Eye. I'm gonna do that. Okay, even though it's right there, I'm still gonna type it in, and then I'm gonna put the link there. So I've heard a couple of Judas Priest songs. This is not one of the ones that I've heard before. That's okay though. So we got that set up. That's a big emote right there. That's cool. Oh, those were some bits. Cool. Thank you very much for the biddies. Is that like a? Oh, it's just a knight. I mean, I thought that was a whatchamacallit, a bounty hunter from Star Wars. Kind of looks like it a little bit. But yeah, that's really cool. But thank you very much for the biddies. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. Not this one out, this one out, and then we'll get to that one. This was a priority request sent in by BM for Life, so also thank you very much for that priority request. This is Hagane. They're doing a cover of Judas Priest's Electric Eye. So let's go ahead and check this one out. Django or Boba? Good question. I'm not really sure. I forget who's who. I'm gonna be honest. I like Star Wars. I'm not well versed in Star Wars characters. I'll be honest. But let's go ahead and check this one out. Here we go. I like it already. Maybe I have heard that. That riff sounds familiar.
Up here in space, I'm looking down on you.
She has a deeper voice than I was expecting.
Everything you do, you think you probably seen nothing of that kind. There is no true escape. I'm watching all that time. I'm made of metal, my circuit's clean. I am the pasture, I keep the country clean. I'm an electric spy. I'm protected, electric guy. Always in focus, can't feel my city. I zoom into you, we go a mile in the day. I take apart and throw away all your secret moves. My tear is written on a picture that can't prove. I'm metal, my circuits bleed. I am perpetual, I keep the country clean. I'm elected, electric spy. I'm protected, electric god.
Okay, we'll pause right there. We'll back it up a little bit as per usual because I do want to catch that solo. Yeah, I mean, this is a fantastic cover for sure. It sounds vaguely familiar. I don't know. Now I'm not so sure if I've heard this song before or not, but I definitely like how they're going about this for sure. There's some harmony happening with the vocals, and I don't know if that's just because, I mean, this is a music video and there's like, you know, some other people singing during this, and that's just kind of like the studio track. I have no idea because we don't really get to visually see that, so I don't know who else is singing during this. But the lead singer has like two different vocal styles. So there's like a deeper vocal style, and then she kind of steps it up during the rest of the song as well. So she has two different styles, which I think is great. The guitar work is definitely awesome as well. It's a really cool looking guitar, by the way. And there was also some guitar harmony happening at the beginning. So again, I don't know if there's anybody else playing guitar or if that was like some layering effect. I got no idea. Also, the bass definitely looks awesome. It doesn't have the tuning pegs. It's one of those without it. It just looks really cool. Or at least it doesn't have it. It doesn't have the neck like this one does. So actually, I don't know how those get tuned or get put on that. I got no idea how that works. I've never seen the back of those kind of bass guitars, but it's still really like a really cool looking bass. They all have like great energy throughout this. I'm definitely enjoying that, and they definitely look like they definitely look like they're having fun here too. But yeah, this is a fantastic cover. I have never heard this group before. I don't even know if they're on the list or not. I should probably check. Let me see. Request list. Let's see. Put this over here. They are not. They may or may not have been mentioned, but I never got a request specifically for them. So I don't know. The name sounded vaguely familiar, but I wasn't 100% sure. But yeah, this is definitely awesome for sure. Django is the dad. He was the one in the original, or in the prequel trilogy. Yeah. We got to see him in episode 2, right? And then Boba was in episode 5 and 6. Yeah, okay. That's cool. I'm a huge Star Wars and Star Trek follower. Valid. I definitely never got into Star Trek. Wouldn't even really know where to start with that one. I don't know if that's something you should start from the very beginning, from the 60s, or if you should start with The Next Generation or one of the other series. I got no clue. I can barely keep up with what I got now, to be honest. So I don't know if I'm going to be starting another series anytime soon or not. Django was killed by Mace Windu. Yeah, there was like a big Coliseum fight or something at the end of episode 2, something like that. Start with Star Trek. Okay, valid. We'll just start just with Star Trek in general. Gotcha, Sky. You good? All right, let's go ahead and check out the rest of this. Here we go. I really like that guitar riff. That's awesome. Yeah, there's a layering effect happening with her vocals too.
My circuit's clean. I am perpetual. Keep the country clean. I'm electric spine. I'm protected electric sky. I'm electric spine. I'm elected protective detective electric guy.
Definitely awesome. Yeah, they have some great like chemistry going on there for sure. So like I'm seeing a couple of songs like this one here, and then there's one over here. They covered Rainbow, which I'm guessing is Richie Blackmore's Rainbow, that band. So I'm guessing they do a good number of covers as well. I don't know how long they've been around because this one dropped 2 days ago, which is cool. I'm kind of curious. Let's go be nosy for a second. It's not very helpful. And why is that flashing? That's also really bad. Let's do oldest. Okay, so they've been around for a little while. At least 6 years it looks like. Okay, got a little information about them. But yeah, I think they have like a great sound throughout this. I really like the rock, that they brought here, because we've checked out a number of Japanese bands, and they all bring something to the table, whether it's like power metal or something a little bit more harsh. We've checked out a decent spectrum, and here we're kind of just right in that sweet spot of like 80s metal, which I definitely appreciate as well. I definitely like that. But yeah, this was definitely awesome to check out for sure. Let me see here. Start with Star Trek, finish with Star Trek in the middle. Oh, okay, that's valid. Nice move, Mace made. Never watched it. Oh, okay. So you're just telling me to do stuff. You haven't even done that at all. Am I pronouncing the name right? Hagane? I don't know if I am or not. But yeah, they definitely are really cool from what we got to check out here. I also really like how I don't know if anybody else is singing, but at least during parts of that, it sounded like there was some layering of her vocals. It really kind of matched her. It just kind of sounded a little bit fuller with that. So I'm guessing that's what they were doing with the vocal work there. But there also might be somebody else singing. I don't really know. Hagane started with 5 members, 3 left early. The bassist and the lead guitarist acquired a vocalist and a drummer. Gotcha. Okay. And then they just kind of kept going from there. That's cool though that they got to do. They were able to keep going. Love me some randomness. Oh wait, I have a random question. Okay, what's the question, Sky? While you're getting that set up, I'm gonna go ahead and get the next one going, so we can try and get as many in as we can tonight. I mean, as of right now, we have a good chance to finish everything. We'll see how that goes. Do you have a song which you really enjoyed reacting to that stands out more than any others? That is a good question. It's really hard to say which one I liked the most. I definitely have a lot that I would put, above others, I feel like, but it's really hard to say which one would be like the number one reaction that I've done. All right, so let's do that. It says 923 valid, and I wonder if that takes into consideration how many haven't gone live. Also, that's a good question. Actually, I might have to look into that. I'm not gonna sit there and count and find out, but there might be a way to find that out. Okay, so this next one is also from BM for Life. That kind of just worked out really, really nicely that they're kind of back to back. So this is Bandmade Yuragu? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it looks like it's an audio track. Haven't checked out, like all the bandmate performances I've checked out have been videos. So this is the first time I believe I've checked out just an audio only. So this is going to be really cool. So let's go ahead. Actually, that's also a good point. It's also probably taking into account the live streams as well. Didn't even think about that. But yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. Here we go. I like how it's separated. That's really cool. I like the energy. Some great harmony throughout this. That bass coming in right there, that's cool. Pause right there. Yeah, the energy throughout this song is definitely great. It's very constant as well, which I appreciate. The guitar work, I definitely like the guitar here. It's just this great like constant guitar riff throughout. And even on the second verse, we had the bass come in, and it was, you know, pretty prevalent, you know, during a few seconds of that as well. So I definitely like that. I really like when you can really hear the bass, because like there's, you know, a decent amount of performances where you know the bass is there, but you can't really hear it. It's just kind of really subtle in the background. So it's great when it's able to be put front and center and actually be able to showcase. I think that's great. The vocal work throughout this is definitely great. You know, like she gets to sing, like she's doing lead vocals, but we're also having a lot of backing vocals and a backing harmony throughout this as well. The chorus kind of, I feel like we have two different like vocal portions happening at the same time, and it's like two different strands of that, and I think that's really cool. And then they come back together. Yeah, I mean the energy throughout this, I'm definitely like I'm definitely liking for sure. It's just a great overall sound. But yeah, definitely liking this. Ace count, counting stream next week. I don't know about all that. That seems like a lot of work. You know, I just seems like this just seems like a lot. Ooh, thank you very much for the biddies as well. I think I missed that part. Have you heard the metal band Igor? Especially the song Headbutt. I don't think I have. It doesn't sound familiar, but it sounds like it'd be pretty hardcore. That would be my guess though. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of this. Here we go. See, that bass is really standing out here too. I was really hoping we get a guitar solo, and we did. Dang, just going off on the guitar, man. Some really clean harmony. Getting that double bass in on the drums. Yeah, definitely a great track. The guitar solo was fantastic. Just ended up shredding at one point, which is definitely awesome. The vocal work was like, there was just some like really clean harmony throughout this. I definitely appreciate that as well. Yeah, they definitely did a great job with this track. I'm guessing this was like some of their earlier work, you know, because it says 7 years ago on here. I don't remember how long Bandmaid's been together. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, like definitely a phenomenal sound for, like, from this. It's just definitely great. I also like the album artwork. You know, they're like have these like swings that they're sitting in. They're like covered in vines and stuff. It's just, I don't know. It's something about that is just really cool. I like it. Edited your submission. Okay, cool. That can be done the same day as eating the plushie. Schedule it for the 30th of February. Febtober, you mean? Gotcha. I have this Bandmaid album here at home. This was Bandmaid's first album where they took control of their own songs. So what happened with the first two was like the studio just like really like in control of how they went about stuff, or because that happens with a lot of bands, you know, like you sign on to a record label's typically in control and they have way too much power. So that would be my guess. Like they kind of finally stepped away from the people that were in charge. So that's the third studio album. That's really cool. Definitely great. Yeah. Let's do these. So this was number 8. I think we're making pretty good progress. Excuse me. The first albums were the company that took care of the songs. From this album onward, they started making their own songs. Gotcha. Okay. I think I get it. All right, we'll pop up these 3. We're not playing yet. We're not playing yet. We're not playing yet. Don't start. Don't start. Don't start. What did I just say? Same thing. We're not playing yet. We're not playing yet. I'm just getting this loaded up. Don't talk back to me, YouTube. This one's also relatively long. So yeah, Sergio, this one might be a little long to do. It looks like there's 2 different ones in here. Did you want the first one or the second one? I'll let you pick on that one. We still got time to figure that out once you get to it. But take time to think about that because the cutoff is 6 minutes. So this first one is Igor Headbutt. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. So this is from Jede Bong Rips. I don't have any other information about that. So let's go ahead. Studio would hire writers for Bandmaid, and the song Alone was the first song that was approved by management. Okay. And Alone was the one. No, we checked out Awkward last week. Have I checked out Alone? I don't remember if I have or not. I can't remember. I don't know. I've checked out a good number of Bandmate songs, so it's hard for me to remember them all, unfortunately. I've enjoyed all of them, don't get me wrong. I was just trying to remember every single song that I've checked out by an artist is not the easiest thing to do. But yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. This is Igor Headbutt.
À la fin d'Headbutt, il y a une note.
D'accord.
Et donc il faut que je la tape avec une pelleteuse.
Ok. Non, non, mais ça va le faire. Hein.
Kind of expecting heavy, I just didn't know exactly what. It's a really interesting mix up here with the classical or the piano and the metal. And having the choir here, I sense we're building up to something big. I was right. Massive distortion on a pedal. There's a lot happening here in this song. Pause right there. I went a little bit longer than I should have, but I'll back it up a little bit. So yeah, there is a lot happening during this song. There's obviously the metal that we're getting throughout this, the extremely harsh vocals. I don't know what language this is being performed in. Definitely let me know because I'm really curious. But yeah, extremely harsh vocals throughout this. The opera that we had, the opera singer that we had, like, is just very unexpected. Like, there's so much that's unexpected. This like opera singer, the choir that was there, the classical piano, like mixed in with the metal, it just like somehow complemented each other so nicely. And yeah, the speed that we're doing with the drums and the guitar, all the effects that we're doing, like it kind of just I'm not even sure what to call that, but all the different effects that they're bringing in with the instrumentation during the part that we just checked out before we paused, like it's really creative. I like how they're going about this. It's like, I don't know. I love it. It's great. But yeah, I'm definitely loving this performance so far. Um, But yeah, let's go ahead. I'm gonna back it up a little bit more. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of this. Here we go. Yeah, that like stuttering sound. It's just really interesting. Well, that's interesting. I mean, they did say they were gonna drop something. I didn't exactly know what they meant. They meant it pretty literal. They're dropping something on the piano, like just okay. I wonder how they do this during live shows. Do they bring that in during that? That'd be really interesting to find out. Yeah, I mean, just the everything they did during this is just incredible. I definitely, I don't know that like all the working pieces that went into this somehow just worked together very nicely, and the vocal work that the singer was doing throughout this, like he had two or three different styles. Like obviously he had the screaming portion, but also the guttural growls that he put into that as well. And like it's really cool when artists are able to do that. They have that kind of range. It's definitely awesome. But yeah, this was really cool to check out. I believe it's French. They're a French group. Interesting. Okay. I definitely did not pick that up, but that's really cool. Let's go ahead. No, don't do that. Are you serious? Work with me here. Seriously now. All right, so that was number 9. All right, so we have Trini's up next. This is a Forestella performance. Got something in my eye. Okay. All right, let's check this out. This is Forestella Everything. This is their first original after Woorum, who does bass, came back from the military service. Real quick, just want to check something. Because somebody sent in a couple of Forestella performances. I just want to see if Everything was one of them or not. I can't remember. It was. So actually, I haven't heard this one specifically, but I have heard the song. But there's also people that haven't heard it, so just want to put that out here. So yeah, I did not check this one out specifically. It was a different performance. So I think it's going to be pretty cool to check out. So let's go ahead and check this one out. This is Forestella Everything. Go back up. Go right there. That's good. Here we go.
음악 주세요.
Oh, they're playing outside. Okay.
I'm swimming through the ocean of you, strolling through the forest of you. You remind me of so many things at
It's everything from your words to your scent. They sleep and flow endlessly through my universe.
Whenever you laugh, I can't help but notice that my laugh's beating yours and can mean up at night? Was I busy being in your dreams too? The love has been kept alive through the centuries. Never knew I'd be in love with somebody like your cross, light years words of love. You were there all along, falling down the colorful notes, the light, your eyes locked in mine. We have flown right up the unknown, affectionately lost to we belong to us.
Pause right there. So yeah, like throughout this performance, like we're outside, which is really cool, and I really don't know how they have it all set up, but it's definitely working. It's this really calming performance, and being outside, in nature and everything. It's very fitting. So I definitely have an appreciation for that. And if I remember right, the performance that I got to check out with this song, they had a forest on the screen in the back as well. So I think it's a very fitting location that they're using. The vocal work that they're doing here, obviously the harmony is fantastic. We've covered that in a number of their performances. It's always fantastic. I don't think they ever miss with that. The harmony is just so nice throughout this. They each get like a moment to shine as well. And the instrumentation, and I mentioned this in the video that hasn't released yet. It should come out in December because it's going through the copyright. In fact, that one may or may not have failed. I don't remember. I have to look at that one. I know the one without the watermark, it still got blocked, so that one's not getting shown, unfortunately. But I think the one with the watermark's still going through it. Anyway, huge tangent. The instrumentation throughout this, like, it has this almost Disney-esque quality to it. It just has this like whimsical like sound to it, and it works so nicely. It's just we get moments where it gets a little bit more intense, like we get this build up throughout, and the vocal work kind of matches that as well. We get like louder vocals, we get calmer vocals. It works like a wave as well, so it goes more intense, and then it drops down, and it just keeps going like that. So I think that's like really a great way to go about this. But yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic performance for sure. Excuse me. They have my attention. Who requested this? This was Trini, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this was Trini. This is the second one that Trini requested for Forestella tonight. I really enjoy Forestella's performances. We've checked out a good number of them on the channel so far, and I don't think they've missed, not once. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of it. Here we go.
Belong to us.
I feel like you could hear some animals in there. It would be really interesting if they popped up in the video as well. You can hear birds.
Has been kept alive through the centuries. Never knew I'd be in love with somebody like your cross. Riders words of love.
swimming through the ocean of you, strolling through the forest of you. You remind me of so much.
You can really hear the birds going off at the end. There's something really cool about those microphones. They have like a vintage look to them, and I think it went really well with the song. I don't know if there's anything else or no. Just want to make sure. Okay, just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to interrupt or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, throughout this, like they project louder and louder at times. The instrumentation picks up, and once it drops, they kind of back up a little bit on the vocals as well. They just kind of match the instrumentation, which is always definitely appreciated for sure. And yeah, throughout this, the instrumentation is definitely fantastic. Just something about that orchestrated arrangement just works so well. But yeah, they definitely did a great job with the song for sure. And just something about them being outside during this, it's just very fitting. Let me see. I think it sounds Disney too. Disney is missing out on them. They could sing the soundtrack songs in every language. They definitely probably could, because they do perform in multiple different languages. So it's, definitely possible. Have they ever done any Disney songs? That would be another question that I have. All right, I haven't heard anything from Sergio in terms of which one we should play, so I might hold off just in case. So we're gonna jump to Teto's. Maybe. Is it gonna load? YouTube? You good? Is my internet good? Am I dropping any frames? Hello? YouTube. How you doing, buddy? Ruh-roh. Wonder if it's blocked over here. Ruh-roh. Alright, let me see if I can chop off this. See if that does anything. I did not. Teta, we may not be able to watch this. It doesn't appear to be loading, unfortunately. Let me just pull up another video and see if it's YouTube having an S fit right now, or if it's just that one specifically. Yeah, it looks like you may have to change videos, Tetsu. It does not appear to be working, unfortunately, which is sad because I appreciate Steve Vai. All right, so I guess since we haven't heard from Sergio and we're waiting for Tetsu, we'll just jump to the next one. Plus, it wouldn't matter the style of the song; they can sing everything. Yeah, based on the performances I've seen, they do appear to be able to do a lot for sure. I think the microphones were too kind. One of them was to get ambient sounds, and the other just for the voices. Okay, that's cool. Here, Sergio, your request is a little bit too long, and I do see there's two different songs in there. I was gonna see which one you would prefer to do, the first one or the second one. I'll let you pick. They have sang Disney, but not as a group. I think only individually. Okay. Greetings from the West Coast, Bangalore. Welcome in, Underground OG. Yeah, OG, not OC. Maybe it's because I'm from mobile and the link comes out differently when I copy. It's possible. I could also go look it up. That would be a possible way to go about that. I sent you my record. Could you please play and share some feedback? I'm trying to push this one as my latest record. For sure, yeah. We'll be able to do that once we get down to the bottom. We're right here right now. Let me see if I could figure this out. Steve Vai shredding. Can I at least get the there it goes. Okay. It worked. It was just being weird. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and check this one out now that it's working properly. I'm gonna drop the link. There we go. All right, so this is Steve Vai, shredding. Of course, that's what he does. It's the Halo 2 soundtrack behind the scenes. So we'll check out the majority of this. We won't check out the whole thing because it's over 6 minutes. But here we go. Did he actually play on the Halo 2 soundtrack? He's such a phenomenal guitarist, man. God, the way he's able to make the guitar screech like that. I also wonder how long the actual song is, or if they're just like letting the main portion of this kind of repeat so he can just jam out. Yeah, that's absolutely phenomenal. I don't know. He's just a world class guitarist. He's just so freaking talented. I don't know if he actually did play on the soundtrack or not. I mean, it does say Halo 2 soundtrack behind the scenes, so it's definitely possible. I also did not play Halo, so I have no clue. But yeah, I mean, definitely like well done for sure. Anyway, I have to go no matter what. I have stuff to do in the morning and it's already 3 a.m. But wish you all a good night. Tetsuo, have a great night. You're probably already gone by now, but thank you very much for the request for that. Can listen to the second song for sure. Yeah, we will check out the second song. So we'll back it up a little bit. So yours will be number 12. So yeah, and you said starting at 5:55. Go right there. There we go. LCMT, welcome in as well. How are you? You're an anime fan just like me. Love those posters behind you. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, some of them you kind of can't see like 100%, but Chrono Trigger is right here. And then Dragon Quest is right here, and then you can see the rest of them. Well, not the one behind me, I guess. That one's the Super Famicom. And they're all metal posters. You're doing good. Nice. Love to hear it. So this next one that we're checking out... Go away. Thank you. There you go. Good job. All right, so this next one's from Sergio. This is Yorushika... And we're checking out the second song, because there's two songs on here. So we're checking out Spring Thief. Yorushika is a Japanese duo formed by producer Inbuna and vocalist Seuss. I don't think I'm pronouncing those right, but everybody knows I'm bad at names. So I do apologize. They don't show their identities and always play in the shadows. Oh, okay. Kind of like... Why am I blanking on the name? Oh man, there's a Japanese performer that plays in the shadows, and I cannot think of her name right now, but kind of like that. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. Here we go. Oh, they have an aquarium behind them. That's pretty cool. Very calming. But I mean, it's an acoustic guitar, so that makes sense. There's just something about the aquarium behind him that's just so nice.
ただ花が降るだけ晴れに今春吹き 次の日も待ち合わせ花見の客も少なくなった春の匂いはもうやむ今年も夏が来るのか高架橋を抜けたら道の先に君が覗いた残りはどれだけかなどれだけ春に会えるだろう川沿いの丘木陰に座るまた昨日と変わらず今日も咲く花に僕らも息を忘れて瞬きさえ置く花散らせ今吹くこの嵐はまさに春泥棒風に今日も時が流れて立つことさえ置く花の隙間に空散れにまた春吹き
Pause right there. So yeah, like I feel like as the video goes on, like we get to see more and more of the instruments being played during this. We don't really get, I mean, they kind of do a full shot, you know, a wide shot, but it's so dark in there you can't really make out much of anything except for the aquarium, which I think is creating a great ambiance throughout this. So yeah, we have like a small orchestrated section with the violins and the cellos, and you know then we have the rest of the instruments. You know, we have the piano, we have the guitar, we have the bass, the drums, and obviously you know the vocal work, which I mean very clean vocals throughout this. I definitely like that as well. Everything is just working so nicely here. I don't know. I guess I was kind of expecting something heavier than this, and it's so calming, and I definitely have an appreciation for that as well. So it kind of subverted my expectations, and I mean that's kind of on me for you know base not really basing it on anything specifically, but just a lot of the performances we checked out tonight. You know, a lot of them have been you know relatively upbeat, energetic, and you know a little bit heavier. You know, we've had a couple that are you know more in tune to this, so I mean it's definitely great as well. You know, we're getting a great spectrum of music tonight, and I definitely like that. But yeah, everything that they're doing here, I definitely like. You know, it's just a great sound throughout. There's even times where like some of the instruments will cut out, and there's even a few moments where everything cuts out just for a brief moment, and it just in a way, it kind of just speaks volumes, you know, just the absolute calmness, the absolute quiet, and then it just picks right back up. And I think that's really awesome. But yeah, it's definitely a great performance so far. Let's see here. Past 11 p.m. here. Gotta go. Good night. Trini, thank you for being here. Have a great night. She's Aimer. You're talking about, I guess. Yeah, Zutamayo also. Man, I had it in my head. Hang on. I'm gonna type in a song, and I'm as soon as I see it, I'm gonna know it. Let's go find out. Let's see, Unravel. I know this is the name of the song we've checked out in the past. Ado. Could not think of that name for some reason, and that was really bugging me, so I'm glad that I looked it up. Ado is the name I was thinking of. Yeah. There we go. We got there. Beautiful song. This song talks about life and death. Spring represents life. Death is the thief. Okay, I see. Sergio, are you into Vaguely and Saucy Dog? I'm sorry, not Vaguely. Vondi and Saucy Dog. I'm also having a hard time reading because I've been up since 5:30 this morning, and it is almost 8:30 p.m. So, there's gonna be some stuff I mess up on. It's totally valid. But yeah, I think this is a phenomenal performance. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of it. Here we go.
散れるまた春吹き
Yeah, I feel like because this is such a full like group, it's more akin to Zutamayo.
木陰に座るため息を
But Zutamayo also has a lot of very unique instruments that they play with.
明日も会いに行く春がもう終わる名残るように時間が散っていく愛を歌えば言葉足らず不意さえ置く腹開いた今お言葉ごときが語れるものか腹に僕らも声も忘れて瞬きさえ置く肌には僕らだけ散るなまた春吹きあともう少しだけもう数えられるだけ
I love that picking style too. It's very fitting here.
二つだけもう花一つだけただ花残るだけ花に今春じまい
Very nicely done. Yeah, I really love the instrumentation throughout this. There's just parts where it's much more calming, and then there's parts, especially during the chorus, where it really picks up and it's just more energetic throughout. And just both parts just work so nicely. Her vocals are super clean throughout this. Like she has great vocal control throughout this as well. Just everything worked so well here. I definitely like this performance. And yeah, there's just something about that, like with the aquarium behind them, that's just, it not only creates this great backing drop for them, but it's also just really pleasant to watch while they're performing. Let me see here. Soothing music, absolutely. Yorishika plays the opening song for the second half of the first season of the anime Frieren. I don't know if I pronounced that right or not, but yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely cool on that. Let's see, we have 3 more. Might call it after that because I am really to the point where I'm starving. So we'll check out these 3, and then we'll call it for the night. Let me get them loaded up. We're not starting yet. Don't do it. That sounded more like Undertale. Don't do it. YouTube, I swear, you gotta stop talking back to me. Alright, so let's go ahead and share this, and I'll catch back up on chat. Go. Alright, yes, you pronounced it right. Cool, I got it right. I'm glad I didn't butcher it. All right, so this next one is from Tom. She's a very underrated artist, and she's just a mystery. No social media, no face reveal. Her music's so great. So I'm gonna do my best on pronunciation. Matryoshka, Matryoshka, Sacred Play, Secret Place. So let's go ahead and check this one out. Undertale. I know one song. I've never played it. Sky has constantly tried to get me to play it, but I'm just not there yet. I there's games that are kind of like Earthbound, that play style. I got to play Omori on I don't know, that was last year or earlier this year. I can't remember which. We got to play it live on stream. Um, I don't know. There's just something about the combat style I didn't really care for, and I love JRPGs. You know, obviously, I got those up, but there's just something about how it was played that I didn't really like all that much. And Earthbound is another one that's really similar. So I was like, I mean, it's kind of in the same vein. So I don't know that it's going to be a game that I'm going to enjoy. I have no idea though. Anyway, let's go ahead and check this one out. Here we go.
Gracefully sneaking up on me, they just want to tear my feathers. The golden light of the set.
Very quiet singing voice.
Let me be hypocrite again. I will be gone before long. I know.
It's very contradictory to what's happening in the video. It's just so jarring in the video, and this is so calming.
I wish the ghost took away my clue. I can't help this vague feeling. I feel so good. We'll be alright. The look so sad. Confess my sin. Conceals alone. Night will come soon. As one of everything. Quietly hiding in the grass, hearing the leaves nestling. They're singing with the burning beyond. It gives me deep relief. I will be gone.
Their eyes were red. Pause right there. Back it up a little bit. So yeah, instrumentally, like, it was very calming throughout the majority of this until the drums kicked in. Even then, it's still pretty calming, but we got a little bit more like oomph into the performance, which I think is cool because I had no idea where this was going or anything like that. So yeah, it seemed like we're subtly yet gradually adding a little bit more and more throughout this performance because like we have the flute, I believe, and we had the piano, and then there's, I believe, a bass, playing throughout this as well, and I think maybe one other instrument. And It's just this really like calming song. It's not necessarily happy, but not sad either. It's somewhere kind of a little more optimistic, at least on the melody itself. And then her vocal style is very soft spoken, but it just somehow works really well. And then the video, it kind of just contradicts everything that's being played here, at least the sound of it. Like it's just really jarring movements. There's like a lot of things happening, really. Like we got this guy who's like kind of freaking out and stuff throughout this. And I guess he got knocked out of a window or something because there was a lot of blood in the snow. And then I don't know, I guess the other two people found him and kind of saved him because I guess he was not doing so well after that. At least I think that's the same person. I'm not 100% sure. To be fair, I'm not 100% sure what's happening in the video itself. I'm more like I'm watching it, but I'm more paying attention to the song itself, and so it's kind of hard to like really focus on what's happening. But I think I got the gist of what's going on. But even then, it's a little confusing of a video, but it's still pretty entertaining. But yeah, I'm really liking this so far. It's I never really know what to expect going into these reactions, but I guess I was expecting something a little bit heavier, and it's another one that has subverted my expectations for sure. Let me see real quick. Let's see. Oh, it's Matryoshka. See, I don't know if I'm even pronouncing her name right. Matryos Matryoshka. Am I saying it right? I have no idea. She's great. I've heard some. It's okay. I'm not forcing you to play. No, that's valid. Sky is trying to force me to play. Not, it's just, I don't know. Interesting. It really is interesting. Yeah, for sure. Elio, also welcome in. How are you? And yeah, I definitely hear the talent through this as well. Based on what I was reading in the description that was given, she's I should probably just put it back up. She's a very underrated artist, and she's just a mystery. No social media, no face reveal. Her music's just so great. So nobody knows what she looks like. So it's another one of those musicians that has the anonymity that goes along with the performances. So that's really cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of it. Here we go. I will say the instrumentation is kind of drowning her out a little bit. But also maybe that's the point. Some interesting sound effects. Got a clock. You got some kids in the background. I don't know if that goes into like another song or something like that. Not really sure. So yeah, the instrumentation got louder and louder, and it kind of drowned her out a little bit. It was, I'm glad that the lyrics were there to be able to read and follow along, because I would not have been able to hear what she was saying. But again, maybe that is the point of the performance as well. Maybe the point wasn't necessarily the lyrics, but the instrumentation. It did seem like the video that we were watching was kind of ramping up quite a bit, because somebody was getting attacked and things like that. So I'm not 100% sure, but it's kind of the impression that I got. But yeah, I think it's really cool how the song ended as well. It just ended on piano. It was definitely great how they went about that. But yeah, I think it was a fantastic performance. Very very soft spoken, and it just kind of gradually got more and more intense with the instrumentation, and then it all dropped out. So I think that's a really cool way to go about that. Let's see here. Interesting. Oh wow, cinematic. It definitely had a cinematic quality to it. I don't know if that was filmed for the music video or if that was from something. I have no idea. Good day, good sir. Reality Guru, welcome in as well. How are you? All right, so we got that one. We have 2 more to go for tonight, and then that'll be it. All right, so this was number 13. All right, so this next one is from LCMT. Let's go ahead and copy this. Feeling fairly fine. How about you? I am honestly a little tired right now. I've been up since 5:30 this morning, and it is a little after 8:30 p.m. So yeah, the hunger and the fatigue setting in, and that's why I think I can only do 2 more. And but that is okay. That it does happen. But yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. This is Waterfall Conflict, and I'm guessing this is from Undertale based on the couple of notes that got played accidentally. So let's go ahead and check it out. Here we go. It kind of does sound like Megalomania. I really like the MIDI style of the instrumentation throughout this. But even then, you still have the guitar riffs coming in. It's your favorite song? I mean, it's a pretty solid song for sure. So it says Dust Tale, so is this like a spin-off from Undertale? Dust Tale, the murderous comedy. There's something about the bass throughout this that's just landing nicely. Definitely a solid track. So yeah, it said Dust Tale. Does that mean that's like a spin-off from Undertale or something like that? Does it have anything to do with it? Just a skeleton guy turned to evil to protect friends and people. I mean, okay. So I mean, is he like related to Sans? Because he kind of had that similar style. I don't know much about Undertale, I'm gonna be honest. I just know Sans is the dude that has that song that it's like one of the best in Undertale. I think it's like the most well known from the game. Bruh, go eat something and get some rest. Appreciate you helping to get their music heard, but not at the cost of your health. I mean, this is the last one, so it is fine. It's all good. You know, we're doing good. All right, so this is the final one for the night. This is the Underground OGs. You Don't Owe Anything. Underground OG is a platform for independent artists to create bangers, having artists from different parts of the globe, starting Houston, Texas, New York, Mexico, and India, based out of Bangalore. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. We redefine the new age sound and keep cooking radio friendly or radio ready hits. There we go. Not friendly. Well, yes, friendly, but radio ready hits. So let's go ahead and check this one out. Here we go.
Freak, freak, oh.
I like the bass throughout this.
In the cold, in the heat, say it true, say it clean. Either hold it or you don't. Either show up or you leave. When your guard is falling, when it slips from your hands, when the truth starts talking, can't cover the cracks. Oh, you don't know anything to me.
It's got a great beat throughout. I like that.
No, you don't know anything to me. Oh, but you're moving away that sets me free.
Some great vocal range too.
Oh, you could be everything to me. I can't say that I'm not caught between what I want. I can't say that I don't feel the pull when you walk. I can see what you're flying. Yeah, I read in your eyes, and I love what it brings. I could show you tonight, you tonight. Oh, you don't know anything to me. No, you don't know anything to me. But you could show you.
The visualizer, there's just something about it that kind of goes with the song. Just the feel of the song.
The space, yes, holy. Do you really wanna know? Oh, you're the one and that all is with me. But you know nothing when you're thinking about something. You don't know when that all of me. But you know nothing when you're thinking about something.
Didn't want to interrupt if there was anything else. So yeah, I mean the beat throughout this I definitely liked. It was just really great. The instrumentation I definitely like that as well. Vocal work definitely great. Some like crazy range throughout that, and I think it all just worked out so nicely together. And I don't know, there's just something about the visuals that we got throughout this that it kind of just went along with the instrumentation, which I really like. But yeah, very solid track for sure. Definitely great work. All right. So there's that. We are completely done with that. Put the lo-fi back up. All right. Oh, let me get back over here. Appreciate you playing your record. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's always a blast to be able to check out people's music and everybody's requests that got submitted tonight. Definitely appreciate. Thank you everybody for hanging out and submitting your requests. Thank you to Trini and BM for Life for the priority requests and the follows and the biddies that we got over there as well. We will be live. Well, I'll be live on Twitch on Monday around 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Central in the morning. There we go. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to be doing yet. I haven't really figured that out, but I'll figure it out at some point. And then we will do our usual weekly live stream Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central. So that's the usual one that we do. This one is a little out of the norm. I just wanted to do a second one for the week. But yeah. Other than that, y'all have a great week. If you're interested in seeing what the reactions that I'm dropping this week are, be sure to check the socials in the description. All the links are there. And I will see y'all later. Bye, guys.